Hello, I'm sitting here with Professor Ortwin Renn, who just did a panel on transformations and agency in Earth system governance. Professor Renn, I would like to ask you, what were some interesting points brought up during this discussion?
Well, I think there were two major points that I found very interesting and challenging. The one was on paradigm shift, and it means that for a long period of time, Earth system governance was seen as an element of political system change in which we try to get better regulation so that the environment would benefit. But I think today it seems that it's much more than just a change in the regulatory system. It's a change of lifestyle, it's a change of institutional structures, it's a change also in terms of how communities develop and how they interact. And this was, I think, one of the main accomplishments of this session, to point out that we are probably in a phase of changing paradigms. And I think the second major point that came out at this session was that we are witnessing different types of transformations, and now we need to be very attentive to these transformations because they are partially in conflict with each other, and without acknowledging these kinds of intersections, interferences between these transformations, we may not be able to really analyze what's happening today and how we can basically also understand and maybe even influence those transformations.
Thank you. And further today, what other sessions did you attend?
Well, in the morning I was quite intrigued by this issue about financial systems and green finances, also the role of insurances. And I believe that this is also a very important key that has been neglected in a lot of the environmental research so far. They were always afraid of the financial system, and that was the big enemy. And I think now we're seeing that finances have a very strong impact on economic performance, but also on ecological performance. And in that sense, I think we need to be very attentive to the issue of financing and how we can change the structure so that finances are always available for environmental modernization.
Thank you very much. And is that also related to your current research in Germany?
Well, I am representing here the Institute for Advanced Sustainability Study in Potsdam in Germany, and that is a public research institute, and we are devoted basically to looking into sustainable transformation. So the transformation into sustainable futures is the main point of our work. And my specific work is partially on what we call systemic risks. Those are the risks that really challenge and threaten the critical infrastructure or critical functionality of modern societies. But I'm also very much interested in issues like globalization and digitalization, and those are the three major transformations that are interacting: sustainable development, then digitalization, and thirdly globalization, and how they interact and how they create new spaces also for agencies, but also new restrictions for agency is one of the research topics that we look at.
Very interesting. Thank you very much.